The big question is it possible to get dual citizenship, two passports from the same territory? It's the one territory of Falkland Islands, and this is a tiny archipelago in South Atlantic, just towards the left of Argentina. You have this small little territory, and since a long time, British. It's an overseas British territory. That's how it is recognized by the British. So let's say you come from there, you have direct access to British citizenship. You are an overseas bought citizen. And then at the same time, there's an interesting twist over here. Argentina claims it to be their territory. So let's say again, if you're from there, you can obtain your Argentinian nationality. Now, before we deep dive into the possibilities, permutation, combinations of all of this, I first wanted to discuss if one should start the Argentinian citizenship, right? Let's leave this territory aside. Not everyone is able to live there, right? But let's just say you're starting fresh and you're not interested in the full British citizenship. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. We'll come to that. But let's take Argentina in focus. Is this simple? Should you start this? Is this the right residency and citizenship to obtain in Latin Americas, in South Americas? It's a Mercosur country. So I have a lot of clients, a lot of people who are interested in the Mercosur flexibility because that's a form. Form is the freedom of movement across different Mercosur countries. So you have one passport, but just like the EU, you have flexibility to settle within the region. And that way you have access to a lot more than just the passport or just the country that that passport belongs to. You have opportunity in the Mercosur bloc. Now, Argentina is special because, again, we're talking about 2 years to then apply for your citizenship. The time that you spend inside of Argentina is premium because it's a foreign, beautiful country with all the bells and whistles. It's like any other Western upscale country. Yes, there's some petty crime, but it's not as bad as some other countries. Let's say Brazil. Brazil has a lot more crime. Argentina is far better quality of life and a lot of fun things to do. Good quality people and good looking people as well. So let's say you're young, you're looking to date, then you have a lot more opportunity, a good classy quality opportunity in Argentina as compared to other Latin places. Now, the residency is pretty straightforward. A lot of people can actually qualify by tweaking their circumstances for this one, right? So a lot of people on the face value, they think, okay, I don't have passive income, I don't qualify, but that's not true. You can structure this correctly and legally. And I'm going to discuss how this can be structured. But before we get started on that, if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to turn on the bell notification and subscribe so you stay up to date on all the legal hacks, techniques, tricks, updates, changes to any of the programs. And at any point you want to get started with this or any other option, you can click the link, book a call. We have a couple of great attorneys in Argentina who specialize in getting this benefit as the fastest possible time. Our main focus is to get this quickly and correctly and as soon as possible, right? That's the premium service that you pay for. The speed is important. You don't want to get stuck in the Latin bureaucracy. That could take a lot of time. You want your benefit immediately and on time. Now let's focus on Argentina. Well, the first thing is, how do you structure this? So let's say you draft a rental stream. You have a few months of rental income to show. You're projecting this into future. You collect all the documentation and our attorney works with you step by step in collecting and documenting and drafting this proof in the way it's required, all done legally. And once you collect the documentation, you initially get an interim temporary residency. It's very important to get this as quickly as possible so you can move on. And then eventually you will get the final one. And this is a couple of years of commitment, right? You got to obviously keep a valid temporary residency for a couple of years. Now, the beauty of this, the speciality of Argentina and where it shines over, let's say, some of the countries in that region is that you don't need a permanent residency for citizenship. So it's not about the permanent, it's all about the temporary. The moment you have access to this temporary residency, the next thing you can do is apply for citizenship, which is you have to wait for 2 years and then you apply for citizenship. And then once you apply for citizenship, it's a court case as opposed to an immigration case. So it's more flexible in that sense where you can collect your own documentation, wait for your hearing, naturalize in Argentina. Its passport is one of the strongest in Latin America. It gives you the Schengen access. It gives you the Mercosur access. So you can't go wrong. You have pretty much everything covered all the valuable and important access covered through this nationality. And 2 years is not a bad time frame. Is this practical? Is this doable? I think it's very doable. It's very practical. It's a beautiful country. And once you become an Argentinian, it's a versatile passport. No one is going to discriminate against you. It's not like carrying a Turkish passport or carrying an American passport. So this is Argentina, and anyone really blends in with this. A lot of people naturalize all the time. It's a beautiful, under the radar, safe. So geopolitically, you're safe. Stereotypically, you're safe, right? People aren't going to stereotype you. No one cares about an Argentinian traveling. They're happy people happily traveling. No one's going to bother you, and you have a lot of meaningful access on that passport. So that is Argentina. Apart from Argentina, is there any other country that gives citizenship faster? Well, there are two countries that either match up to this or faster. The other one is the competitor, I should say, is Peru. Again, 2 years, you can apply for the Peru citizenship. Now, when I compare Argentina to Peru, what life is better, which country is better? I think both are exotic, interesting countries. I would say Argentina is slightly better in terms of quality of life and the opportunities, but then the Argentinian nationality isn't easy to renounce. Once you get this is a one-way street. So some people may find that a little odd. So for them, Peru works just fine. It's an exciting passport as well. It does have some similar access plus the Mercosur feature on it. So you can't go wrong with Peru. If you're looking to renounce in future, you don't want the nationality, you want the ability to renounce, then Peru makes sense. Similar kind of arrangement is possible for Peru. And then the third one, which happens in 2 years, or which can happen in 2 years or less than 2 years, in fact in 6 months in some cases, is Dominican Republic. That passport is weak, but here in Peru and Argentina, both these nationalities are solid, strong nationalities with all the bells and whistles and the access. Now let's get back to Falkland Islands, right? The answer is yes, pretty much doable if you are from Falkland Islands. It's a bit tricky because the connectivity is slim and trim. Okay, you spend a few months, a couple of months, but living there for a long time, let's say 5 years, is pretty tricky. But let's say you are from Falkland Islands, then what are the possibilities? The possibilities are straightforward. As I mentioned, it has both the countries claim it to be part of their territory. So there are some interesting regions like this where multiple countries claim that part to be theirs. So if you're from there, you got to take that as an advantage, right? So you have access to British citizenship on one side, and if you haven't collected your Argentinian nationality, then you have direct access to the Argentinian nationality. Should you get both? Well, I think yes, because both are very meaningful and solid, strong passports. Now, if you're looking for an alternative, right, let's say Falkland Islands is not your thing, there's also an interesting territory of Anguilla, and I had a separate video with the godfather of AI.ai. That's the domain extension for Anguilla, and the guy also appeared on Nomad Capitalist, and he also appeared on our channel. If you have missed that video, that covers his pathway to the full British citizenship. So he is sort of a dual citizen in that sense, because he not only has the British overseas territories citizenship, but in addition to that, he also has the full British citizenships. These are two separate nationalities. These are two separate passports with some unique advantages. A lot of it is similar, but there is also a uniqueness to this, to having this type of dual citizenship. So let's say in our case, it's Falkland Islands, then you have three nationalities. One, you could apply from Argentina, or rather, let's just say you can get the passport from Argentina, and you get two other nationalities through your British connection. So that way you're a triple citizen through one territory. So in that sense, yes, people who are from there are at a great advantage. But again, not everyone is able to live there sufficiently long enough. But individually, the same result could be obtained, let's say, from Argentina directly, and then also from Anguilla if you're looking for a more stable country to spend good time, good quality of life. Now, let me know in the comments below if you have identified or thought about another territory like Falkland Islands, which has a similar kind of advantage where you can kill multiple birds with a single stone. Just a saying, don't actually do that. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It'll be interesting to discover such territories. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, make sure you're subbed, and catch you in the next one.